Are you ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, y'all? Trent Small, the chef, aka Red Specs. Happy holidays. It's January 2nd, 2025, and it's New Year's. Trent Small, the chef, aka Alpha Moon, is in the building with me, man. What's up, Alpha Moon? What's good? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, brother. 2025.
2025, we coming live. And this is food for thought, man. We here again, 2025. And like we say, every Thursday night from 8 to 10 p.m., we'll be discussing food, music, and the truth, streaming on all major platforms, including Spotify for podcasters. We're airing our season's episodes every Friday at 3 p.m. on Free Speech TV. Now, that's going to be in Brooklyn, and it's on every Friday at 3 p.m. on Channel 3. So you can go back and binge and watch your episodes that you missed. 1 and 2 is there. Episode 1 and 2 is there. So don't forget to do that, man. So like we do at this time, man, we're just going to get into it. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
A new year calls for a new kind of podcast. Live every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Welcome to Food for Thought, man.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Trent Small, the chef, aka Red Specs, and my co-host, Papa Wolf, aka Alpha Moon, and we're here for season 3 once again. Thanks to our listeners and our viewers, they all back. Papa Wolf, they all back. You know, so let's thank them for joining us today, man. On Food for Thought, man. No doubt, no doubt.
We got a treat for them tonight.
Yeah, man. So if you could be so kind as to follow, like, comment, share, hit that subscribe and that notification so you don't miss any of the episodes. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, man. Donations and gifts are always accepted here at Food for Thought. You can Cash App us at Food for Thought FFT, or you can Zelle us at Food for Thought FFT. Cash and money orders is always welcome here. Y'all know that here on Food for Thought. Yes, and we thank you for your donations all the time when it gets here. Also, you know, you can follow us on a new platform, Rumble. So you can hit us at Rumble at Food for Thought FFT. And that's going to be one of the platforms that we are on now. If you guys don't have Rumble, you might want to get there because TikTok, if they knock down TikTok, they knock down TikTok, you guys got to find some other means of social media. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, get your Rumble on, man. Get your Rumble on. You know, so as you all know, you can also catch our audio portion of this broadcast on podcasters, on Spotify for podcasters and YouTube Music, right? Yeah, YouTube Music. Yeah, man, you can catch us there too, man. Food for Thought is still taking submissions of all genres, as y'all know. So if you have original music, spoken word, or anything that you're doing in your community, on video, we would like to look it over to be considered to be played here on FFT. So you can send all those submissions over to Food for Thought 1424 at Gmail, and make sure it's an MP4 file. So when we get it, we can play it without no problems, B. No doubt. No
Mhm.
doubt on that. Yeah, man. And also, let's give a shout out to our sponsors tonight because our sponsors.
Today's episode is sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks. Dubby allows you to have faster reaction time paired with laser sharp focus without the jitters or a crash. If you want to start winning more, this is for you. The Premium Energy Drink Dubby.
Get 10% off your entire order from Dubby when you use coupon code Food for Thought, which helps support the podcast.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. 2025 is happening
Oh, man.
already.
Yeah, the sponsor came out before I even finished my damn sentence, man. That was crazy. That was
Mentioned us
crazy. But
already.
like I said, we
2025.
live here. Yeah, man. We live here, so anything can go wrong, anything can go good. So
Yep.
that's why we here live, man. And we just love it, man. We love it.
Yeah.
Love the energy
roll-
from it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
so what's
just roll
good?
with
What
the
you what you been up to, man? Since the ball dropped.
Since the ball drop, it's been rough. Nah, it's been good. Just straightening up, getting myself ready in the new crib,
Right.
and
right.
just taking it easy, looking at what things that I want to do, try to tackle before the summer. Little
Mhm.
small things. But
Mhm.
that's about it, man. And waiting to see what this new year gonna bring us. 'Cause I mean, so far, man, as soon as it come out the gate,
Sooner
it's
out
on
the
and
gate.
popping.
Yeah,
On
on
and
and pop
popping.
as soon as it came out the gate, and
Yeah.
and it's horrible. It's horrible, man. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
It's
Crazy.
it's if this is what it's gonna be, buckle in, buckle
Yeah,
up.
buckle up, buckle up. Get yourself
up.
together. Get your
Yep.
survival kit. Yes. Get your survival kits and everything, people.
Yeah, Pinky
Yeah.
called me and was like, "What's going on, man?" I was like, "Yeah, it ain't nothing. It's just the first. We
Yo,
got we got
actually,
359 more days.
yeah, man.
49
Yeah.
more days.
And actually, I got in the mail what you told me to get, those two-way radio things.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I remember you was telling me about the two-way
Yeah.
radios because
Mhm.
if the cell phones go down, if things go down, how can you hear what's going
Yep.
on or communicate or whatever? So I bought a pair of
Go
those
bag
today.
ready.
Yeah, and I always have my go bag,
Yeah.
go bag, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Just
Flashlight.
flashlights, everything,
necessary.
ready to go, ready to go. Only thing I don't have is those.
Just don't jump in the Cybertruck. Don't get in the Cybertruck.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's great.
Yeah, don't jump in the Cybertruck.
Oh man, but the food. What do you call that
Mhm.
food? In the bags
ration.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
the ration things.
The
That's the only thing.
the MREs.
Yeah.
The military. I think I'm saying it right. Yeah.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
I forgot nothing like that. That was supposed to last how long?
Years, kid. They got
Mm.
the ones, I think, what's the name of that place that they always something America something. It ain't
Have you
Donald
tasted
Trump
those
joint.
things? Have you ever tasted them, or you just?
I tasted them when D was in the Marine Corps when he was doing it was pretty cool. And they
Tastes like food?
yeah, they tighten
Oh.
up. I mean, they even got the ones where you pop it, heat
Mhm.
it up, the
Mhm.
bag and all that, heat up the
Mm.
food. All you need is a spoon, man. They be having all that.
Mm.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
Patriot something. They
Okay.
have a whole kit. You could buy.
I
a
guess
whole
they got
kit
that.
of
I
it.
guess that's one on the space station too. They got that up there. I guess.
Man, they probably got all kind. They probably got powder that tastes like chicken. All
Do
they do
you
is
do
mix
you
water with
know?
it.
Do you know this is 2025 and them two people still up there? They ain't come back down yet.
I remember we did the thing on it. You were speaking about your boy Elon going up there to help him
Yeah,
out. What happened?
yeah.
He got caught up in this whole political thing. He just left them stuck up there.
Yo,
They got to go to the
still stuck up
bathroom and all
there.
that.
They still stuck up there, and they talking about now maybe like February or something like that. They coming
That's
down.
crazy.
Meanwhile, there's other missions going up and down, up and
Uh-huh.
down, up and down, and you're not
Yeah,
getting
they
these
can't
people
get a
down.
shuttle or something. They got to get a
Come
little
on.
shuttle or something back to Earth. Give them a little shuttle.
No, I
Come
don't
on,
know, man.
Elon.
It's
Trump,
crazy, man.
Trump gonna get them down. Trump gonna
I
get
hope
them
so.
down.
So what we got going on tonight, man?
Man, I tell you, man,
man.
this is gonna be something else. Tonight we got something good. Listen up tonight. We're gonna be chopping it up with life coach Jose. I'm gonna say this is Zachariah Jr., right? He's
Mhm.
a life coach, got a lot of knowledge in what's going on. So you get your body right, get your mind right, do all that. And also we have Harlem's legend, Nathan Lucas, is going to be in the building, breaking it down with us about
Yeah, man. Yeah,
how
man.
jazz was back then, how it is now, and the influences in his life that he came up with. So we got some real good treats for them. We're gonna do that. And of course, we got Red Spec, Trent Smaller Chef, aka Red Specs. He's gonna be cooking something real good for us. I'm eager to see what that is today. And then we got Pinky coming in here in the streets. You know how he is coming in,
Mhm.
and he's gonna bring that news to us because he got a lot.
Yeah. And he's upset about what just happened.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
he's upset. He's always upset, but
Yeah, he
this
always
week,
upset, but
this
yeah,
week is gonna
he
be.
got the extra on it this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So that's what's going on. Then we got these videos. Got a young lady coming out. Video is nice, So
Mhm.
it's gonna be good. Music, food, and the truth, baby. That's how we do it.
That's it, man. That's it, no doubt.
What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. Actually, I slept through the ball drop. I slept through.
You
Yeah,
sound
I
like
had,
DNA.
yeah, I
DNA
had
said
me.
the same thing.
Yeah, I had me a couple of drinks, man, and it's funny because the older you get, the less, the
Mm-hmm.
more the effective the drink is. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you could drink a little bit and you'd be like, "Yo, I'm done." You know what I'm saying? Because I don't drink anymore. I don't
Yeah, that's
smoke
like me.
anymore.
Yeah.
So now if I do have a little drink or something,
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I have my what I said, the coquito.
Coquito, yeah.
Yeah, so I had the coquito, and
And they put you out.
it put me out, man.
Put you out. Nah,
Next
I
thing I
just
know,
had a
it's
little
1
wine.
o'clock, Betty, and my wife is talking about happy New Year. It was 1 o'clock. Go ahead, pass it.
That's what DNA. He texted me. He was like, and sent me a picture. I
Uh,
gotta forward it to you. He said, I must be getting old. He was up under the cover watching the football game.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, I
It's,
just had some wine, watched the ball
mhm,
drop. I was in service. That
mhm.
was it. Now
Yeah,
and I
man.
was out. I was up like,
Yeah.
content
So
searching.
yeah, so like you said, it's 2025, and as many of you may have heard, Wednesday at 3:15 a.m., New Orleans experienced an awful casual attack, mass casualty attack, where a lone person in a pickup truck issued in Texas plowed through the crowd of people celebrating New Year's there on Bourbon Street. And Bourbon Street is a well-known street where they play music and stuff like that. And 15 people were killed and at least 35 people were injured, and 2 officers were shot. The FBI was sent over there to investigate the matter, and they're on the spot right now, investigating a lot of stuff that's going on. They try to put the pieces together. Apparently, they found the person or whatever, and the suspect was killed by the police because he was shooting at the police when he got out, and he was killed on the spot there. This has deeply affected the community and many people who call this vibrant city theirs. Our hearts go out to everyone impacted by this, from the families directly affected by it to the larger community. New Orleans is a city full of resilience and culture, man, and it's heartbreaking to see it face such challenges like this. So New Orleans holds a special place in our hearts here at Food for Thought. In fact, you, Alpha Moon, you just recently went there on vacation, no?
Yeah, man. My anniversary vacation,
man.
in August.
Yeah, and it's food and its spirits are unlike no other place. You know what I mean? It's a city that has given so much to the world, and it's important that we remember its strength and beauty, and during this tough time right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For those of you guys who looking for support, consider contributions and considering contributions to the local organizations that they have out there, you know, just to try to help them out, because these people need help in their time of need.
Yes.
And when the time is right, let's all show love to the city by just going there and visiting and just supporting all their businesses and helping them out, man, because
Yep.
they definitely need it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just crazy. It's really crazy.
It's a hard reality. You know, when I
Mhm.
was out there, we went to some jazz clubs, and of course we was on Bourbon Street, and you know the little small
Yeah.
streets. It just bewilders me just to think how this guy just went around, you know, the barricades and the different things that was there just to commit this murder. You know,
Mhm.
and my condolences are here at Food for Thought too. Goes out to all the family and the community. It's just a sad thing, and they got so much different things coming up. They have the which is tonight actually. They have the football game tonight. You know, they supposed to be hosting the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then they got a couple of other things in between tonight's football game and the Super Bowl. So it's kind of like it's, you know, hopefully
Yeah.
they'll be able to lock it down. But then
Mhm.
at that point, then you know, a beautiful city like that, what are you doing? You know,
Yeah,
you can't
yeah,
just
yeah.
walk around. But these are the days and times that we in.
Yeah. Well, BK Pinky, he will give us more updates on that horrible story later in the show.
Yeah,
And we're going to keep it moving
yeah.
as far
Yeah,
as that.
It's
Um,
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So let's get into our guest tonight, man.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get into our guest tonight, man, because we gotta get it going, baby.
Yeah, we got to get it in.
Yes.
What?
So tonight we have an incredible guest joining us on the show tonight. He's the driving force behind transformative coaching and training platforms that seamlessly blends mindset development, nutrition, fitness. His mission is to empower individuals to unlock their true potential and embrace a healthier and more fulfilling life. He's a friend of mine, and he's been changing lives ever since he started his life coaching services. So I just want you to please welcome Jose Zachariah to the building, man.
Yeah.
What's up, brother? What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on? Good to be here, man. It's an honor. Thank you so much for inviting me up here. It's a pleasure, man. It's good. It's good.
Listen, it's always a pleasure to see you, brother. You know, and you've been a friend to me for a long time. So we know where, we know when, but we ain't go into all of that. Yeah, man. So just basically tell the people who you are and where you come from, my brother.
All right. Well, here, Jose Zacharias. Most people call me Zach for short because, you know, the pronunciation of the last name.
Mhm.
I'm from New York City, born and raised in New York. Let's see what else. But I'm a Bronx native. All right.
Okay.
For all of my life, I've been in the Bronx, back and forth. But my main hub where I grew up, where a lot of my development started, was up in the Northeast Bronx. Grew up in a place called Edenwall Public Housing Development, or
Wow.
Edenwall Projects.
I know
Edenwall.
Edenwall. I know
Yeah.
Edenwall.
Yeah.
Yes, I lived there 19, like I don't care, but 1978, 9, something along the lines,
Okay.
and moved out like in the mid 90s. So I went through the whole crack era. I went through public school, PS 112, Sousa.
Mm.
All right, shout out to the Sousa crew. They have their
Yeah.
strong people up there. But yeah, it was a journey. You know, it wasn't easy. As I always
Yeah.
tell people, you know, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon. I grew up with a spork, which is a
That's it.
fork and
The-
a
Yeah,
spoon.
Yeah, that's right. The classic
You
one.
eat it- Yeah,
And
yeah,
it was
yeah.
in the pack.
That's right. With
Yeah.
a napkin on it.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right, Zach. That's right.
Yeah.
Man.
So, living there in the Bronx, it was tough, man. I'm telling you, it's tough. We talk about life coaching and stuff like that. You have to have a life. And the life I
Mhm.
lived wasn't a very easy life. I was
Mhm.
a person that dealt with depression, low self esteem, issues with reading and writing in school, you
Mhm.
know, bullying back in those days. They even have they never talked about that back then. Now
No,
it's
because it
so
wasn't
different.
Now,
bullying then.
Yeah, it
yeah, it
wasn't
wasn't
bullying. Yeah,
bullying. It was like
yeah.
you better
So
stand up on your own. Ain't no bullying.
that's
What
right.
you
That's
mean?
right. So a lot of stuff I was going through. We had some home issues and all these other things was happening. So to be very honest, it was like a situation was it was against me.
Mhm.
Society was against me. Because it's like I have issues reading, have issues writing.
Mhm.
So now you have the low self esteem, self sabotaging mindset. You know, I go on with that. So those are some of the things that I actually went through along the lines. And
Right.
if anyone who's there right now listening to this, guess what? You're survival. You
Mhm.
survive. Whatever you've been through, that's your story. I always say, my mess in my life becomes, once I overcome that, it becomes a message. My test in life, once I overcome that, it becomes my testimony. So I'm
Right.
just here to
Mm.
share something that I say, you know what, whatever,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's crazy because not only do I know you, but I seen you doing the Instagram videos
hmm
or
hmm
or was it TikTok? You do the TikTok or
Instagram,
the
more,
Instagram video?
yeah.
And you were counting down like from A to Z and stuff like that on different subjects and different matters that uh I guess for people to do in their life,
Correct, correct.
like A is for whatever for
hmm
that day,
The acronym,
A
yeah.
is the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
acronyms and stuff like that. So I want to show people this real quick before we get back to you. Let me see.
I am back. Here it is from A through Z for personal development. Today's letter is the letter G that stands for growth. Are you still a baby? Are you still drinking the baby bottle? Do you still wear Pampers? Are you still crawling? Or are you growing? Or I hear people say, oh, that's just the way it is. I will never change. You're lying. Stop lying to yourself. You can change. Look at your body. Look at where you are. Look at your funds. Can you change that? Stop it. See, what it is you need to do in personal development, you need to get to this next level, all right, by elevating, doing all these different things, but you need to grow up. You need to face it for what it is. That's all you need to do. Just grow, stop staying stagnant. All right, so let's get it going. Let's get back. Let's go to do what we need to do to be better, to be the best version of who we are.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just like the way you did that, man, and that's why I say, yo, we gotta have this guy on the show.
And
It's
and
like,
and also respects. I'm glad he didn't come and bring the guns with him. I'm glad he put the guns away. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Zach, you can't be on the platform with them guns like that. You know
No,
what
no.
I mean?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what made you do that like that?
Yeah,
You
I
just
was gonna ask him like what started you and like tell the audience what inspired you to start the coaching and training
Mm,
program and regiment.
okay. Well, the thing is that throughout my life, I call them little dots. They're connecting dots in your life.
Mhm.
So I had to have a story in my life. And it wasn't an easy story. I didn't mention, I dealt with hearing all the time in school, you have potential. You have potential.
Mhm.
You're a nice kid, but you have potential. You don't give us
Mhm.
problems, but you have potential constantly, constantly, constantly. And so I discovered for myself because I'm the number one client. If you want
Mhm.
to keep it real, I'm the number one client. And
Exactly.
I had a lot of things I had to deal with. You know, writing and reading was just like, whoa, man, it's just so tough.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it was a downfall. But
Mhm.
as I got older, when I went to college, actually I have a college degree and I
Mhm.
did psychology.
Okay.
Mhm.
And one thing that really ignite this too, many things, but one of the dots that really ignite this was my class on child psychology,
Mhm.
because child psychology was found out of a lot of my things I'm dealing with or dealt with or discovered was from my childhood. You know what
Okay.
I mean? And one of the things I will share is this is a saying. I have a lot of sayings. I hate reading, by the way, when I was young. Reading and
Yeah,
water,
I think we all did. I think we all did.
that was kryptonite. Now I just absorb as much quotes. You give
Knowledge
me
is
quote
power.
things. Yeah.
Mhm.
So one of the things too is that there was a saying I've heard. Don't remember the person's quote, but it says the external dialogue becomes your internal dialogue. That's a
Mm.
quote. What does that mean? So whatever was being said to you as a child,
Mm.
that's called the external dialogue from A to B. But
Gotcha.
now from B to C, this is where the
Mm.
internal dialogue. So now this is
Mhm.
a program that's been going on for years. Then as I got older, I start to meet different role models, and my
Mhm.
role models back then was, sorry to say, it was a drug dealer. It
That's
was
that's
in the streets,
yeah.
the gold chain, doing
Yep.
the things. But a lot of other things that I don't think we have enough time for. But a little moment where my mom gave me some discipline at the age of 10, drinking a 40 amongst the crew. All
Uh,
right, so that woke me up. I said, I got to do something better than this.
mhm.
But at the same time, there was a lot of things that I had to eventually deal with. So I became my first client.
Okay.
And so, but along the lines, I'm a first responder. I teach for over almost 2 decades of teaching first responders, right? Emergency medical technicians and
Mhm.
paramedics and stuff like that, and firefighters. But I do that for a long time, and I've discovered there's a lot of defects. They're fine, but the
Mhm.
defect is happening up here.
Mm.
Mhm.
They're coming into class, low
Okay.
self-esteem, self-sabotaging, doing
Mhm.
all these things. I'm like, man, there's a problem over 17, 18 years of seeing constant students. And
Right.
they're well, are you using your potential?
Uh-huh.
Then I had a flashback. Like,
Uh-huh.
man, I do have potential.
Mm.
So my teaching, I teach. I'm like, sometimes I'm in a classroom with 300 students. I'm like, I can't even believe I'm teaching. I had some problems in school,
That's hey.
you
Hey.
know.
Yeah,
And
you
so
correct them.
so with mnemonics and ABCDs,
Mhm.
I was able to incorporate each letter and say what A can be. A can be you got to accept who you are. And guess
Mm.
what? When you accept who you are, and sometimes you don't want to hear that.
Mhm.
And as my mother always once said, she said, when you start to do a self-evaluation of yourself, it's like taking an onion. And as you
Mhm.
get an onion, you start peeling the onion. And
Yep.
as you keep peeling it and peeling it to the core, guess
Mhm.
what? You start crying. And
Mhm.
sometimes we don't want to see that, but we got to be real because
It's necessary.
in order for you to be the best version of you, you got to see your defects.
Of
You got
course.
to see who you really are. And
Yep.
one of the things I had as a young kid dealing with all this pressure, I had anger issues. Like I used
Mm.
to hit the wall, like I
Yep.
didn't know what to do with it.
Mhm.
So that was one of my things until
Uh-huh.
later on, I signed myself up to, I was an amateur boxer over by
Uh-huh.
Webster PAL,
Oh,
183rd,
okay.
right there in the hood.
183rd.
Yeah, right. And so that taught me discipline. It taught me to self-control.
Right.
And I started to learn and start to do things and never quit. You can't just quit in a round in boxing.
Yeah.
So
Nope.
that was one little dot. And then I got into
Mhm.
martial arts. Then I
Yeah.
started learning different things like visualization, which I didn't
So
even know what that was.
yeah. So what do you think is the biggest obstacle people face when trying to live a healthier and more fulfilling life? What obstacles do people face?
Themselves. See,
Mhm.
most of us look through they look through a window. They look at other people's lives.
Right.
Straight up. They look at people's lives, they criticize that person, they judge that person, but they fail to look at the mirror. The
Mhm.
mirror is where it is. It's yourself.
Mhm.
Before we even try to accomplish something, we already downplay ourselves
Yeah.
Mm.
immediately. When I
There's
hear,
no
oh,
mirror because it's a cell phone now.
ah,
There's no mirror.
Exactly.
There's no mirror to
It's
look
the
in. That's what
selfie.
they look into all the time.
Yep.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
what.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Social media and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So how important is the mindset of someone, like their mindset to achieve the fitness goal and regiment? How important is the mindset?
The mindset it's extremely important because this is what I have came up with along the lines was where I use different parts of the body. Like for example, the brain. The brain is where the mindset takes place. This is the
Mhm.
way you see things in life. Because you and me, we could see one situation in our life and we could see three different situations. We can have three different perspectives of what we see. So the mind is what you think, it's how you started. And one of the things I started with my clients, it says, what is your purpose in life? And some people don't know. And I'll say to you, what is your goal? What do you want to do? I don't even know. We got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so as I start to discover that, I had to find out what is my purpose. So I had to find out what is Zach or Jose Zacharias Jr.'s purpose in life. And by doing that, I had to go through the steps. So step number one is, okay, what is my purpose? And once I found out what my purpose is, and it is, and what it is to create the best version of me,
Oh, yes, sir.
so I can serve my peoples, my family, whoever it is.
Right.
Because if about literally January 15th of last year, if you look at my Instagram post, I put something up there, my before picture. I was 220, my stomach was like this, and I had some boobs. No lie, I had some boobs. And one of my co-workers, out of nowhere, he didn't say Happy New Year's. This was like last year, January. He looked at me, he was like, "You're fat." And he walked away. I'm like, yo, this guy just dissed me.
Yeah.
Yo,
You wanted to go back into the old stage again, the 183rd joint.
183rd, go to Edenwall.
But he was giving you the truth, though. He was giving you the truth.
He gave me the truth.
He gave you the truth, though.
And that's what it is. We have to be real with ourselves.
Yes.
And
Yes,
find
no
out
doubt.
what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm just going here, but that was one of the things I had to do. I first found out I got a defect, and my defect is my weight. And 4 years prior to that, I had a heart attack, which a lot of people don't know. And even at heart attack, I was still eating because I used to be an emotional eater. I don't know if anyone, you get stressed out. Chocolate donuts, you start to do other things, drugs, pills, weed. That it goes to a bigger thing, and it comes to addictions. I've seen addictions a lot, growing up in the 70s, 80s, crack era. We've seen a lot of that stuff, and but yeah, the mind is a very crucial thing. What you put in there is what you do. So first is the purpose. Once you get your purpose, then I call it the 7. I read it somewhere and I incorporated it in my life. It's called the 7 whys. All right, I want to be a singer. Why? So that's 7, right? That's 7. So why do I want to be a singer? Because I can make money or put myself out there. Why? And then you keep going, boom, 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 boom. And by the time you get to the 7th, that's the core. That's the reason why you're going to get up to do what you're going to do. Is that? But there's a process you have to go to get deep down in it. And I just did one just the other day, for the new year. And one of them, I won't really say, but it was one particular goal, and I went to the 7s, boom, boom, boom. And the last part of it was for my son to see that I can do anything. Because again, everything was against me as a kid. You know what I mean? My father, he was young, 17. My parents were 17, 18 years old. He was in the Marines and stuff like that. So there was a generational thing happening. So what are we doing in our generation for our children, our grandkids, our kids? What type? Are we going to create that poor mindset or a limited mindset, self-sabotaging mindset? Absolutely not.
Yeah, man.
That's
Do you think what role you think nutrition play in unlocking someone's full potential?
Big time.
Because I know you not only mentally but physically too. You have to be.
Yes. So the mind is connected to the body, definitely. So it's what you put in your body, right? I focus on macros. I don't want to go too much in depth into it. So macronutrients are carbohydrates, which is the fuel, proteins, and fats. Okay, those are the elements. And what I will do with my clients, I will get your height, your weight, your activity, and there's the calculations, and we get your set macros, and you eat within that. And you can be very creative. You can still eat your rice, you can still eat your, lean foods and stuff like that, and things like that. Avocado, all those things. Because I'm gonna say it. Growing up, we had the bodega. We didn't have a proper diet, man. We didn't have
no.
I grew up with the grilled cheese. Well-fed cheese.
I would
that was
say
me.
that was us.
So and I think putting this out there, especially in certain communities, is important. The mindset, the nutrition,
Fact.
Yeah,
because it
man.
affects
Yeah.
your performance. It affects
Yes.
affects your performance in anything that you do. You feel sluggish. You know, you had this cake and you had this. Not to say it's wrong, but when you make those things like your addiction, that becomes a big
Yeah.
problem.
And like Alpha Moon always say, moderation. You know,
Yeah.
you can't keep eating everything all day, every day, and piling up your plate.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause-
Moderations of everything, man.
yeah, because the way I eat in small portions or whatever, because I don't
Yeah.
eat that much anymore.
Okay.
Because my wife don't eat that much. So when I serve her cooking or whatever, and I serve her a small dish, I serve myself a small dish. But
Yeah.
during the course of the day, you eat those little things like that instead of piling up your plate doing that Thanksgiving thing. You know what I mean? You know, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And
So,
I'm totally the opposite.
yeah, some
Um,
people do that.
yeah, I'll barely eat in the
Mm,
morning, and I'll
mhm,
eat like maybe like 3 o'clock. You know, I might
mhm,
have some decaf coffee in the morning, and that's it. And then I'll
mhm.
eat small portion, which I call lunch, but it's after
Okay.
that, and
Right.
then maybe something for dinner. But I never ate a lot of food. I don't know
Okay.
why, but
Mm,
that's how it always was. Even when
Yeah.
I was working out and training and lifting weights and stuff, I wasn't a big eater, you know, and
mhm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I got to
So
really set
listen,
that.
anybody want to call in and talk to my brother Zachariah, man, if you guys want to meet up with him and get some life training things going on with him, man, you can call here 347-903-5664 if you guys have any questions for my man Zach. And we just appreciate him being here, man. So
Zach, shout out
call in.
your social media.
Say again?
Shout
Sorry.
out your social media for the FFT audience. What's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
social
So
media?
social media. Well, if you Google me, just put my name Jose Zacharias, just hit search, you'll find it right there. You have Zacademy. All right.
Yep.
It's Academy. It's a school, but my name is Zach. So I just threw in the Z in front of Academy. And this platform really is there for just to learn. You know what I mean?
Mm,
A lot of the educational system itself, that's another conversation itself, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's things that has not been taught to me as a kid,
mhm.
you know, that affected me, but I had to learn on my own. I became my own teacher, you
Mhm.
know. And one thing I can say is that every mentor needs a mentor, has a mentor. Every coach has
Mm,
a coach. So I have a coach.
mm.
I have about 5, 6 coaches right now,
Mhm.
Oh wow.
and their
Yeah, I didn't know that.
coaches, yeah, their coaches have coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So those are the things that we fail to see. I didn't see that before.
Mhm.
Well,
You know, I go to my coach, you know, and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. I've been there. I got you." And we're not friends. We're
yeah,
strictly a mentor. This is
Right.
what it is. I got a financial one. I got
Mhm.
a
that's
mental
tight.
one. You know, these are things that we have. So I'm ready to coach anyone because it's, you know, with my mess, I give you my message, and
Right.
then
Mhm,
you too. Once you get over your mess, then you become
mhm.
a message for someone else. So it
Else.
Yeah.
That's
becomes
right.
doing something, and it just kind of goes out
Each
all
one
over the
teach
place.
one.
That's right.
Yeah. And
And that's
on top of your mentoring, you said you do training as you know, CPR, this and that, whatever. I think that's a good thing to do because just like the lady who got set on fire in the subway, many people at that point, they don't know what to do.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
they'll watch the lady burn or they'll watch somebody hurt or whatever. Obviously, they, you know, a lot of them do that social media thing with the phone and they don't help anyway. But
Yeah, yeah.
those that want to help, those that are there but don't know what to do, I think
Yeah.
your company would be good for them. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Like
saying?
like
Because
in the schools, showing them in the schools, like the young people with today's day and age and different things going on. You
Mhm.
never
right,
know when
right,
you might
right.
need to use CPR. So
Yeah, so they need a
training
lot
young
of
people.
those. Yeah, they need a lot of those things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think every single person in this world should learn how to save someone's life. I mean,
Yes.
and it's deeper for me because I have a
Mhm,
true passion. And if you hit
mhm.
me up, I will train you and you will be good. because I have scenarios, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I provide that. But
Right.
for me, the way this actually started was 9/11. I was actually down there during the World Trade Center's attack
Yeah,
in
I
Manhattan.
was with you, brother.
Yeah. But I was there as a civilian. I actually did a podcast a couple of months ago, and that was the first time I actually talked about it, within a 5-year span recently. So it's like
Mhm.
15 plus years I didn't talk about anything, you
Yeah.
know. But with that said, it made me, I went through major depression, and then I said I had no skills. And
Mhm.
eventually, going forward, I found a Volley. They get a free class because I love things for free. And, free 99, let's work it out.
I was getting ready to
And,
say free 99.
and once I left, this kid was like, hey, you want to volunteer? I'm like, ah. And then from there, I did, because he said to me, you can help people. And I couldn't help anyone down at Ground Zero because I was down there for 4 days,
Mhm.
the attacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But with that passion, I just love to teach people because it could take one skill to save someone's life.
Yes,
One
yes,
skill.
yes.
Yeah. Speaking of that, can you share a story with us, a success story from someone that you went through something with, in your training and stuff like that, like a special moment, maybe one of your trainees performed CPR, a special moment that if you could remember.
Yeah, absolutely. I just thought of one here. It all goes back to your training. And I actually
Mhm.
I read the newspaper article. It says EMT saves. It was like a DJ from their country.
Mhm.
And apparently the scenario was the EMT finished his shift. The guy collapsed. He was there. Even though he's trained, you get stuck. You get that like that
Yeah.
tunnel vision, they call it. And he says he took a deep breath, and he says, go to train. Go do your
Train.
training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
training mode. Yeah.
Take a deep breath and train. I'm like, I was reading. I was like, So the kid calls me up. He says, yo, instructor, I just want to tell you thank you so much because the training we did was like 5 years ago, and the guy was in, they call it cardiac arrest when they dead or deceased, and he did CPR. And he says, I remember what you said. He says, take a deep breath, reset my mind, and go to work. That was always my thing,
Mm,
So that was one.
that's
But
good.
the one that really has a huge impact with me, and I'm gonna just add a story to it so it could kind of
Go
make
ahead.
sense.
Go ahead.
And I got permission from my mother with this. And one day my mom, yeah,
You
you gotta
want to
get
hit you
permission
upside the
first.
head, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little New York Yankee bat here. That's another
Uh-huh.
story. But one day she said to me, you saved my life. I said, what are you talking about? So I'm little now. I'm little.
Mhm.
She's young. And, she gave me the permission to say this. And so we talk about mental health. This is the
Uh-huh.
topic right now, mental health. And this is the reason why I do what I do as a life
Mhm.
coach, because we're human beings.
Mhm.
We're depressed. We go through stuff, mental health. So here it is, a young mom. She's sitting on the windowsill in Manhattan, maybe five stories, ready to jump out the window.
Mm.
Now here it is, as a young kid. As always, I'm always hungry. I'm always hungry. And I'd be like, Mom, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. It didn't click. It didn't click at all.
Mhm.
And eventually it clicked, right? And she heard the words, I'm hungry, realized what she was doing, panic, and eventually, boom, she came back. She fell back
Oh,
from the windowsill instead of
Mhm.
jumping out the window.
Mhm.
And boom, that's how I saved her life. Now,
Right.
going forward in EMS, I respond to the unknown call. We love those unknown calls. We
We
get to
love
the,
them.
yeah, sixth floor in the Bronx, South Bronx. We get there. The mother wakes, she's knocking on we're knocking in the door. Boom, 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 boom. She opens the door. She says, the air conditioner. I'm like, I thought there was a patient here. She says, the air conditioner. And she points to the back where the living room was. And this is October, because from September, a little warm, now October gets cold. They take out the air conditioner, and
Mhm.
they forgot to put the window guard. So as
Mhm.
we're there, we see a 13-year-old girl sitting on the windowsill, ready to jump out the window.
oh
Mhm.
wow.
Mental health. So here it is. Lower my radio. Hey, what's up? My name is Zach. I'm not a cop. I'm not anything. I'm here to help you. What's going on? Talk to me. So I'm talking to her, dialoguing with her, and I'm pregnant. My boyfriend left me. It just goes down.
Mhm.
And at the same time, a cop comes, notice what I was doing, pulls her right in. That's it. that's just one call, saved a life. So like things like that, you know, for me, those critical moments are those where words, and
Right.
the word I use for my mother. There's a book. I don't want to promote too many books, but I'm gonna promote it. It's
You got to
called
promote it.
Four Agreements. It's not my book. The Four Agreements. This book literally is golden because it deals with agreements that you accept. The first one is keep your words impeccable, right? Keep your words impeccable. And the chapter says your words can be a curse or can take someone out of a curse. So at the time, my mother's on the windowsill. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. My words took her out of a curse.
Yeah.
And she came out of it. You know,
Bless.
so we
Bless.
got to be very careful how we speak to to anybody. You know,
Yes.
but most of all, we
Yeah.
have to be careful what we say to us, to ourselves.
Mhm.
When we self-sabotage, what is our self-talk? You know, what is our self-talk? What do we say to ourselves? You know, do we downplay ourselves? Oh, I'm just doing that little thing. Oh yeah, that's no. We have to be bigger and better at that.
Mhm.
That's simple.
Fact.
You know, but back to that was one of the biggest stories. I mean, there are many others, but that was a very impactful because at that moment, with this 13-year-old girl on the ledge, ready to jump out the window, like it was no joke, ready to jump out. I thought about my mom on that windowsill. You know, it was just those moments that just connected. Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that with us, man. That's
Yeah, man. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, man. How do you personalize your approach for different individuals and their lifestyles? You know,
What do you mean, like?
like when you have a person, how do you personalize your approach to that one person? You know,
Okay.
because I know you're gonna get a lot of people tell you different things, and they coming from different angles. So you got to personalize yourself to what they're telling you. You know, not to the same as the other person last week.
Correct.
They're all different
to fit them specifically. Like
exactly.
Their program for them specifically.
Exactly.
Correct. It's like when you have car issues, right? When you have a car issue, the engine light comes on. There's something wrong. You go to a mechanic, you do a diagnostic test. You find out specifically what's going on. And it's basically a conversation, what's going on. And they'll tell you, yo, I'm just drinking too much, or I'm just overweight, or man, I just can't get, I'm successful. I got funds, I got money, I could do this, but it's just like there's something missing in my life. And it's just basic conversation. And based as I'm listening, then I'm able to say, okay, this is the approach that we're going to take. And this is it. And I could give you the blueprint. The blueprint is very simple. The blueprint is only 4 things. Number 1, early wake up. If you get up at 8 o'clock every day, get up at 7 o'clock, right? And that's called the golden hour. Give yourself an hour for you, for yourself, because you're number one. You're the number one asset. I'm sorry, your pension, all that stuff, your house, your car, yeah, those are assets, but that's replaceable. You are the number one asset. All right. You're the number one. So you have to have that golden hour for you. Early wake up. That's number 1. Number 2 is reading, reflecting. So what are you going to read? Some personal development books, personal growth books, The Art of Living. All right. This is ancient Greek philosophers. We have, what else? The Four Agreements. You know, books that you just read one page, just one page, and then you start reflecting like, man, yeah, that was pretty deep. Yeah, I'm going to start writing. And you just write up your feelings. And this is within the hour.
Oh, wow.
Because you have to charge yourself. You got to charge you before you deal with the family. You deal with work, you know, the grandkids, you know, life in itself, because we all deal with life, but you got to get charged up.
And a lot of us don't do that. A lot of us start with the grandkids and everybody else before you start with yourself.
But yourself, yeah.
You got to set yourself up for success. Yeah.
We say, I Lord self-master, meaning take care of yourself first. So that way you'll be able to take care of others.
Correct.
That's what I Lord self-master means. You know,
correct.
Yeah. So
correct.
Definitely, in other words, charge yourself up first. Get your energy in, get the things you got to do. So that way you'll be able to listen and help other people as well.
That's right. And that's one of the things that I So we have early wake up, reading, and then you got to move to change your mood. I made that up, man. I was doing a run. I was going through some. I was having a moment. I was in a dark
Mhm.
place.
Mhm.
And I'm being real. I had a dark place, and I run marathons. I just did the New York City Marathon, so I'm a runner.
Okay.
And I used to run away from my problems, but I'm a runner now. So with that, I said, you know what? Let me just go because right now, what I'm feeling now, I don't like it. So I got my gear. I just went out. I went out for
Okay.
30 minutes, came back 30 minutes, and I was a whole nother person.
Mhm.
A whole nother person because you ever heard of a term called the runner's high?
No.
There's
No,
a term called the runner's high. You just like at a certain level because there's a chemical change that happens when you work out.
Mhm.
You would never find anyone leaving the gym with an attitude.
I thought
You
that
never
was flight. What you call it? Flight,
fight,
fight. What y'all call it?
No, no,
Firefighters. Y'all
that's
call it flight. What you call that? When
fight
you
or
see
flight.
some. Yeah, that's what I thought it
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
yeah, flight for
Fight,
fight.
or
Yeah,
run like
yeah,
that. That's what
yeah,
I thought
that's
that
different.
was.
Yeah, that's different.
yeah. That's the adrenaline. That's the
Adrenaline rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
epinephrine. But this is like the dopamine, or
Okay.
these are the feel good. You feel good after a workout.
Yeah.
So
Oh
you
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
You set that up. I was actually talking to a client this morning about that. You start your day off, and then you do your nutrition, your macros,
Mhm.
discipline.
Mhm.
So every 4 components have you always want to win. Every day when you
Mhm.
wake up, you're winning. You're mastering your day. You're
Mhm.
mastering yourself every single moment. Because what we fail to do, we fail to be present right now. Like right now,
Mm.
we're present. So when you work out,
Mhm.
you're not worried about the future. You're not worried about the past. You're worried about right now. And
Exactly.
as you probably heard, they said a present is like a gift, like a
Yeah.
present, Christmas, right? So being present right now is always important because we're so worried about the future, anxiety. We worried about the past, what we did, but we got to be right now, and that's the most
Exactly.
important thing. Yeah.
Exactly. No doubt. No doubt.
Okay. Okay. So is that part of the motivation that keeps others, like, keep yourself inspired to continue on that journey?
hmm
It's like a motivation for someone to keep going and not give up. You know, how some people might go to the gym, they might go for 2 weeks or whatever, they all pumped up. But
hmm
then when they start putting that work in and then they stop, they slack off. So you got to keep yourself motivated. Is that part of one of those 4 principles or 4 pillars?
Correct. Well, going back to the basics, what is your
Mm.
purpose? Why are you
Okay.
working out? Why are you
Okay.
reading? Why are you eating good? Once you can find your purpose, then we're getting somewhere because
Mhm.
that's a constant reminder, is what is your purpose in this earth that all 3 of us and everyone that's listening in this earth, what is my purpose in life? And I found out what my purpose is.
Hmm.
And that's why I started my journey in changing this, but
Uh-huh.
now led to changing my body. And
Okay.
matter of fact, I'm 52 years old and I feel, way stronger when I was 25. If you just change the
Bless,
Right.
number
bless,
around.
bless.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That can only work till August, but you know,
You know
use
how I
it.
test myself? I
Uh,
was in here wrestling with my 25-year-old son, and we've wrestled. That's how I was say, okay, yeah, I'm still good. That's how I was thinking myself.
but I'm gonna say
Yeah.
one thing: if you're thinking or you depressed, you want to go somewhere in your life, or you feel like everything I do is wrong, or
Mhm.
or you're out of shape, and this is the test. If you could barely tie your shoes,
Mhm.
we got to talk.
Mhm.
Walking up the stairs, playing with the kids,
Uh-huh.
grandkids. If you're out of breath, we got to talk because
Mhm.
I don't want anyone right now to either have a stroke or a heart attack because I went through there, man. I went through
I
the
went
whole
through it.
thing.
Yeah.
They
My
did
I
brother
went
did
through both.
too. Yeah.
catheterization.
Yeah.
I
It's
went
no
through
joke.
it. Yep,
My
it's
Yeah,
brother did too.
no joke,
and,
man. No joke.
yeah. And what we do as an individual, especially to our families, is called learned behavior. See, my behavior is what I learned in my environment.
Mhm.
And what we do, how we react, is what exactly our children or peoples will respond. Oh, that's how dad does it. When he
Mhm.
gets mad, he does this. This is how
Uh-huh.
when he's stressed out, this is how he goes for the drink.
Mm.
Or he's upset, he's gonna go smoke some weed or take some pills. Or
Mm.
they're watching. They're
Oh
watching.
yeah.
My son is 29. He's grown, but I've been through
Right.
all
Right. Right. Right.
stages.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I give counsels on parenting as well because my boy, you know,
Uh-huh.
and he's doing his thing as well. But you know, it's we all have issues.
Yeah,
And
man.
what are we gonna do with it? Are we gonna sit with it for the rest of our life,
Yeah, man.
or wait till you get to the deathbed or the bed and
Facts,
say,
facts.
man,
Yeah, facts.
I
facts,
wish,
facts.
I wish. So the
Thank-
time is now. The time is now. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's thank Stacy for tuning in today, man. She's going
Yes,
out all out in
yeah,
the comments,
yeah,
man.
she's
and
going out
we
in the
appreciate
comments.
it.
We appreciate it, Stacy. Thanks for the love and support.
Yeah, man. So, Zach, what's next for you? Because we got 5 minutes left. What's next for you and on your platform? And are you having any existing projects? Do you have other projects?
Yeah, I
What's next?
definitely have a lot of projects. One of my grand projects is to go to the young adults, and have programs for them, chess programs, mindset programs, things
Mhm.
that they don't teach anymore or
Yes.
never been taught, you
Mm.
know. And that's just one long term. But in a nutshell, I want to help as many people as possible. That is it.
Blessings. Blessings.
That's all I want to do before I take my last breath.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Yeah,
Blessings.
yeah.
Blessings. Blessings.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Love the spirit. Love the energy. Love the spirit. Love the energy. And that's what it's all about. Each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? Pay it forward. Pay it forward.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Listen, everybody, brother, it was a pleasure having you. We could talk all night. I know.
I know.
Yeah, I was over here writing down the different principles.
Yeah. We could talk all night, man. And we just want to thank you for coming in and dropping your jewels with us, man, and letting everybody know what's going on, man. And once again, like I said, if you guys want to get in touch with Zach,
DM me. DM me
Yeah.
on Instagram. That's it. And we
That's
talk,
it, brother.
start the
Yeah.
process.
No
That's all.
doubt, no doubt. Brother, thanks again for coming, man. Zachariah in the building.
In the building.
All right, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Love. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I like the energy, man. Like the
Yeah.
energy. So I hope
Yeah, man.
this platform and everything take them real far, because this is what we need. We need to get our minds right. We need to get our health right. And like you said, like Zach said, we all dealing with something. It's just, how do you go about dealing with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Respect. How do you go about dealing with that? And you gotta fix yourself first before you could fix anything else. You know what I mean? So
No doubt.
it's all
no
love,
doubt.
man.
Because,
We needed that.
Yeah, hopefully this 2025 will be more better, be
Yeah.
better because, we lost some people last year, mental
Mhm.
health issues and stuff like that. And,
Yep.
other issues, man. And hopefully we can get things rolling and do a little bit more better in 2025, man. That's what I would like, man.
Yep. That's what, but you gotta stop cooking all that hamburgers and stuff like that. Cause you're gonna get Pinky eating all that, and then he ain't gonna want to go to Burger King no more.
No, because I tell people, I even tell people, I'm showing you how to make this stuff, but don't go and be making it every night, all week. No,
Pinky
everything's
be
in
like, yo, I need
moderation.
that barbecue sauce. He be putting it on cornflakes.
Like we said, everything's in moderation. So, I don't want nobody blaming me for what you guys eat or whatever. I'm just here to show you, make a couple of things and that's it. But everything in
No,
moderation.
you stay on your healthy thing. Stay on your healthy thing. But
Yeah,
it's
I
just
mean,
that,
I try, but
Yeah.
I just go out. I go out because once I'm a chef, but at the same time I like to go to
yeah.
different places. So different
yeah.
places gonna have different food, different things, and I just want everybody to witness that.
Yeah,
Not to
and
say
we
they
gotta-
gotta eat it, but just to witness what.
we gotta lock you in on that Lower East Side. Fat Buddhas, we coming.
Oh, Fat Buddhas.
Yeah, Fat
Yeah,
Buddha, we
we-
coming.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, but
So,
good, man.
Yeah, before we get to our next guest, we're gonna get into my food video. I'm just making a dessert, creme brulee, and that's
See what I
it.
mean? See, Now,
Creme
now
brulee.
you get Pinky. You get Pinky making that. He'll make like 6, 7 of them.
Yeah, creme brulee. Yeah, you can easy eat 6,
That's what I'm
7 of
saying.
them.
Yeah, he
But
gonna eat like 6, 7 of them. Like we don't want that.
moderation, baby, moderation.
Moderation.
Yeah, here we go. Check it out. Creme brulee. Let's get into it, people. Let's start off with 500 grams of heavy cream, 60 grams of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We have some extra granulated sugar here for torching, 100 grams of egg yolks, a deep roasting pan, and a few ramekins. So let's start off with the heavy cream and vanilla extract. We're gonna scald this in a pot on the stove. Remember to preheat your oven to 325. We're gonna separate the egg yolk and the whites. There's many different ways you could do it. I just do it from shell to shell until it actually falls out. And we're gonna take 2 of these. I'm gonna do 1 more. And we're gonna put the granulated sugar in there. And we're gonna whisk this until it's a pale color. See, when you start, it starts yellow, real yellow. But as you keep mixing it, it becomes a pale color. And that's what we want, not this yellow. Keep stirring. It's not a race, people. Take your time. You can use a mixer, or you can just use a hand whisk like I'm doing now. And get that nice pale color in here. Like that. Now what we're gonna do now, we're gonna add the scalded cream into the eggs and the sugar and mix until combined. Now what we're gonna do, we wanna strain this, so we're gonna strain it through a fine mesh and use a measuring cup to pour it in, because we're gonna need that to pour it into the ramekins. Make it easier. So we're gonna arrange the ramekins in a just 2-inch deep roasting pan or anything that's similar to it. And we're gonna start to fill the ramekins 3/4 full with the custard, and then carefully placing it in the preheated oven. That's when your skills come in, because we don't want the water to get into the custard. So you gotta be very, very careful placing it into the oven. Some people put it straight into the oven this way. I like to put aluminum foil on it and get that steam working in there. Now I'm gonna pour the water into the pan. Make sure it doesn't get into the custard. We want to go at least 2/3 up on the sides of the ramekins. There you go. Then I'm gonna cover with aluminum foil, and I'm gonna leave about 1-inch vent on one of the sides so the steam could escape. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna place these, like I said, very carefully into the oven. Nice and easy. This is where the skill is at. There we go. And we're gonna bake this custard until it's firm with a slight jiggle in the center. Remove the pan from the oven and allow it to cool. Refrigerate and cover for at least 4 hours or up to 2 days. Sprinkle the remaining granulated sugar on top and use the torch to caramelize the top. You want it to sound like this. Nice. And when you break it, it's like glass. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. And always have food for thought. Thank you. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the show. But before we continue on and announce my next guest, we're going to bring BK Pinky in the building, man. BK Pinky, what's up, man? What's good, baby?
What's up, man? Happy
What's
New
good?
Year to everyone. All our listeners, Happy New Year out there.
Yeah.
Be safe, man.
Another 2025, man. And hold on to your seats, man, because a lot just happened now, man, and it's gonna be
crazy.
So
I know you've been in them streets, Pinky. I know you got some news for
Oh,
us.
man, I got some news, man. It just, man, I don't even know what to say, man.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
man.
out with a bang, baby.
Yeah. No doubt. Today we're joined by a talented jazz legend straight from the heart of Harlem, my hometown.
Yeah.
Bringing jazz to life in a powerful way. Please give a warm welcome to Nathan Lucas in the building. What's up,
Nate?
brother?
What's going on, Nate?
What's good,
what's
man?
Brother, Happy New Year.
Man, you, me, us.
Yeah, man.
Making
Happy
it
New
happen.
Year, man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to my brothers, your families.
Yeah, we were just
too,
just
man.
saying it's gonna be a big one, man. 2025 is gonna be big.
Yep.
A lot of stuff gonna be happening, man. So are you ready for it?
I think it's going to be an iconic year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe this year is going to be iconic. I think that that we all at this point in our life, we kind of sure what we need to be doing and where we need to be going.
Yep.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah. Have a direction in life, people. Have a
That's right.
direction in life.
Right.
Because we got 4 years.
So, my
yeah.
brother, tell the people who you are and where you come from. Let's start with that one, man.
Well, my name is Nate Lucas. Nathan Lucas is my name. Everyone knows me as Nate Lucas.
Yeah.
I come from the east side of Harlem. There's a difference.
There's a difference. Tell them about it, Nate.
What's
West
that
side, east
difference?
side different. West side, east
big
side
difference.
different. Yeah.
And look, and I got love for the west side now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I come from the east side. I'm proud.
Yeah.
I'm proud of where I came from. And as I moved along in life in my journeys, and have met so many different people. I've traveled the world.
Mhm.
And
Nice.
the more I travel, the more I meet people and hear about their upcoming, their upbringing, and where they lived and what they did, it made me appreciate that East Side a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that East Side is something else. We come up in a place where we had a gumbo of people.
Mm.
And of course, you know, there's racism everywhere,
Yeah.
but we didn't get the full brunt of it
No.
because we had the Italians on Pleasant Avenue, you had the Hispanics, you had the blacks,
Yep. Yeah.
so you had Caribbeans and everywhere, and we were all men at one point, really until we were like teenagers for me.
Yeah. I think
I
only.
didn't even know that it was a big difference. It was just like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Jose. Or, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's Mikey from Pleasant Avenue.
Yeah,
And-
yeah. I was about to say that. I think Pleasant Avenue is where we start to figure it out, like a little racist thing, or a little bit when you got towards the Italians back there in the back or whatever.
As you got older, but
as you got older, yeah.
Even
Yeah.
as a child, I was Italian and Freddie and all that.
Yeah.
Treat you any different?
Yeah,
I
they
played
was good.
football with them, with
Yeah, they-
James and all them in the back. I played football for years with them, all the way from the back. And then I started running the union, and boom, the rest was history.
They ain't try to take your head off, man.
Nah, they
They were good people.
we all grew up
You
from the
got people?
sandbox. Even them back there, like they said, we was all like intertwined with each other. Blacks, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, 116, Italians, Pleasant Avenue. It was like a whole mixture. You know what I'm saying? Until
Yeah.
we got older, then we started like, oh, okay. Then we started branching out. We was in Jefferson more. We was on the west side more. So that was it.
But
And
I
Go ahead,
played.
Pinky.
I played because I was asking you that because I remember I played with my uncle. We played in a tournament, Rough Touch.
Right.
yeah.
And
Right.
we used to play. I used to play with Peter Gotti nephew, and they crew used to try to take our head off. Like
you
they
mean like
said-
that? Oh, of course.
like that.
They had
you
the
know what I'm
Wild
saying?
Bunch.
Like,
They was
they had
Wild
a
Bunch
Wild
was
Bunch,
serious.
especially
Yeah,
when it was
Wild
us,
Bunch was
because it used to be
serious.
the Italians and it was all black. We used to play against them. We used to beat them, but it was like, should we beat them? Because we don't know what.
I wanted to
but,
ask Nate.
It was
I
all
wanted
good.
to ask Nate, can you tell us about your journey into the jazz, world, and what drew you to that music? Because back then, I don't know when you started, but what drew you to that? Because back then, young, what got you into the jazz?
Well, it's funny because I never had any intentions on being in the jazz world or doing anything. And my father was a jazz musician. My father was a legendary jazz musician.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and he wound up playing with the legendary Latin groups like Celia Cruz and all of those type of people.
Oh
too.
wow.
But I mean, he was a big deal in the jazz world, but I didn't know he was a big deal. I didn't realize that my father was a legend until I took a class on a jazz history class, and the people that they were talking about were people that like Dizzy Gillespie and those guys. Now, to me, that was Uncle Dizzy. And, now so when they telling me all of this stuff about how great and how monumental these people are, I didn't have a clue.
Wow.
Who my father was. My father was such a good father. Just did nothing else mattered. I know he played music, played saxophone for a living, but nothing else mattered. My father was a great father.
And a legend.
Well,
and shout out to the great fathers, and a heads up to the fathers who are not great fathers. Trust me.
Yes.
30 years from now, 40 years from now, you want your children praising your name.
Yep.
Get on your job. I mean, my
Yep.
father was an awesome dad. So we fast forward, he would make me take these little piano lessons when I was young. I hated it.
Right.
I hated it. Oh my God, you don't know how much I hated it. Voice of Harlem and all of them. Those are my friends. Tweety and all, they want to go out and play. I have to practice piano. And that you know how embarrassing that was, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Oh, yeah.
We come up in the Lions Den.
Yep.
And I had to go home and practice the piano. So I couldn't stand it, and I went the wrong route for a little while. And I got to a point in my life. I was actually incarcerated, and I had a conversation with God. It was the first time. This you get into the exclusive now. People have heard the story, but it was always the part that I always leave out because I went to Catholic school early. The first time.
Holy Rosary?
I
You
went
went to
to Holy Rosary for kindergarten and got kicked out and had to go to St. Anne.
Holy Rose, that's the one on Pleasant, right?
Yeah, that's the one we used to get the bagels from.
Yeah.
We used to get the bagels.
Going over there from 206 to see the girls.
Man,
right across the street.
They kicked me out of there, man. The nun hit me, I hit her back. They just kicked me right out of kindergarten. Right. And that was the deal. Anytime you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. I don't know what y'all thought, but every time you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. So they got me out of there. But the exclusive part of that story, which I've never told before, it was the first time I ever had a conversation with God. I prayed my whole life. What they said prayer was. The difference in praying and having a conversation with God.
Oh, talk to me.
Prayer is just the words. But when you have to be in a place. Hopefully, it's not incarcerated, but you have to spiritually and mentally put yourself in a place where you're one with God and having that meeting. And
you
it was the first time I've ever had a conversation that I feel that God and I are having a conversation. And I just made a deal with him. I just said, look, when I come out of here, I don't ever want to come back. And
your life changed.
Whatever path you put me on, when I come out of here, I'm gonna dominate it. I don't care if it's just picking up golf balls on the golf course.
That's it.
Then I'm gonna be a monster at it.
That's
exactly.
Exactly.
Hallelujah, man. Yeah, man. Because not many people could do that. A lot of people they come out and they don't know what to do with themselves. They get lost, and then they wind up right back where they were at.
A lot of people are just praying.
Right.
I had a conversation with God. And it was from my heart. It wasn't my mind saying, "Oh, I just want to get out." It was from my heart, and I had a young son, and I had great parents. There was no reason, for me to be even in jail making a deal with God.
But sometimes
other than bad choices, And,
I was going to say sometimes we get caught up in our environment.
Definitely.
And that cracks us up.
And those suckers that taught us wrong.
Oh yeah.
We'll get back to that. But
yeah.
I said, whatever path you send me on, because let's be clear, I don't know how to do nothing but hustle. That's it.
Yep.
I don't know how to fix nothing.
Yeah.
I was a little half a DJ or whatever the case. I could DJ, but that wasn't going to take care of the family. Back then, we did that. That was a labor of love. You didn't make it. Like you see these guys getting $20,000, $30,000 a show now. That was a labor of love, and we carried all the records and the speakers and all that stuff.
The R&B specialists know about that.
Yeah, I did the same thing, man. Same thing.
Yeah, it was a labor of love. Do you remember going out doing them for $40? and look, you went and bought $100 worth of records,
and you only made $40.
$40.
Yep. That ain't a good turnover. That ain't a good turnover for the streets.
You know what?
Wasn't mathing.
Yeah, but you know what?
It was a labor of love.
There you go. You know what I mean? I still felt happy doing it. You know, especially when I'm in front of people and I'm DJing, man. It's just your heart, your love, like you said, and I love doing it. So the money,
but respect. We definitely hated bringing them crates of records back. We up the step and all of that stuff. We used to hate that joint.
Right.
Yeah. So when we used to DJ, and then what happened was I'm taking equipment back to my house, and I'm on a 4th floor walk up. I mean, the 4th floor. The landlord used to cut off the elevator at 12 o'clock. You know, we still out there jamming after 12. So when we come back, we got to lock all them. 6, 7 crates of records, the turntables, the mixers, the speakers.
All
me and
of
D
that.
myself. Yeah, that was
all that. That was
the only downtime of
It
that.
was a labor of love, man.
Yeah.
And you know, I got lucky in the DJ world too. I'll get to that in a minute. But what happened was when I made that deal with God, when I came home, took my father to work.
Mm-hmm.
He was working at a place called the La Femelle. I don't know if you remember that. It was on 125th and 5th Avenue. It's a 2-story vault.
Mm-hmm.
124th, 125th on 5th Avenue. And they had 2 Hammond organs in there. The jazz organists would come in there and play. And I had never paid attention. I never wanted to go there. I'd drop them off to work and leave. But, you know, I just came home and looking. It was a bunch of little fine broads and they're a little older. I said, man, let me go see if I can get some money out of one of these old fine broads or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I go in there and the dude is playing the Hammond organ. And that was it. I was mesmerized.
Wow, Joe, you're right to it.
I wasn't home 24 hours. I was in love, and I'm looking, and I told my father, I said, I want to do that for the rest of my life.
Nice.
And he looked at me, he smiled, and he's like, no, you don't. Because I'm coming from making $40,000, $50,000 a week to now, this is like $50 a night for your pay.
Yeah.
So in his mind, you're not gonna, you can't live like that with $40, $50 a day. But he didn't understand that conversation I had and the feeling that I got when I saw that man. His name was Bernie Thompson, the guy playing the organ. I was just like, I want to do that for the rest of my life.
Big up to that, man. Big up to that.
Big up to that, man. Big up to that.
Big pinky.
So we leave, get off work. I'm so in love with the instrument that I forgot to talk to the broads and everything. Even when they took a break, I stood there and just stared at that instrument. And I'm saying, I don't know what he's doing back there, but I have to do that.
Right.
I have to make somebody feel the way he's making me feel as he's playing. I have to feel like that. I have to give people that experience. It's a whole. I don't know if you ever really seen somebody play a full Hammond B3 organ jazz.
No,
I never. Yeah.
No.
It's magic. It's like when you hear him in the church with the gospel, it's magic. But when you hear some of them jazz guys, man, it's so much. I saw Dr. Lonnie Smith put the crowd in a trance before. I mean, it's really magical, and I was just like, that feeling is unmatched. And
well, they say music is the universal language.
It is. So now this was about 12 o'clock at night. So now I've been home. This is my first day home. I'm already in love with the instrument. I stayed the night at my dad's house. I stayed downstairs at his house. Somebody's ringing the bell in the morning. It's a crackhead name. His name is Jack. God bless his dad. Jack is dead now. I open the door because I know who Jack is. I'm a stranger. So I growl at him. Yo, what you doing here? He said, man, I got this organ for sale.
Wow.
This is God now. I got this organ for sale. I know your father's the only person that we know that play an instrument, period. Maybe he would like this organ. So now I make the deal. I get out. I find my calling. God brings the organ to the door.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. Who Who was your biggest influence in the jazz world, and how have they shaped your jazz style?
Um, some of them were more local guys early. Like Bernie Thompson was the first guy I saw really put at a high level. And the jazz organ world is different from most other instruments because those guys have like this serious, what they're used to. It's things are changing now. They used to have this serious brotherhood, and no matter how good you were or you weren't, you were playing some type of jazz organ or R&B organ or something like that. They just embraced you. So these got Bernie, Salino, Clark, Danny Mixon. These are the local guys.
Right.
Mel Davis, who's a monster. These guys embraced me early on, so that I was able to learn bits because I didn't go to school.
So you think that changed now? Has it changed now over the years?
Yeah, it has changed. It has changed. You still have the certain groups of people that are pretty tight knit, but it's not like at one time if you played organ and you were white, Black, Asian, Hispanic, if you were in that brotherhood of organ players, and they just all had a certain love for each other, and you have to be great. You just had to be in.
Can you?
It changed now, though. Now they sterilized and segregated the music again.
Now,
So
when you say that, can you elaborate on that? That part there, they sterilize the music.
What I mean by they sterilize the music is
Is it less soulful?
It's very like when you go out, you hit, and nothing wrong with school, but it sounds very schoolish.
Okay.
It's not
that
jazz,
old.
Miles Davis once said that jazz is suffering music. And it really is.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
The rhythm and blues.
In that, right? And that's what all of the blues, all of our music we have, because we done nothing but suffer.
Yeah, slavery times. That's what we relied on.
Right. It's the mother of all inventions, necessity and stuff.
Right.
So now when you have this suffering music, then you have someone who has never suffered, and they're playing at it.
I got you.
They're not feeling it. They're not feeling that.
Potatoes of it.
Yeah.
And this might, and can we curse on this show?
Yeah. Say what you say.
Okay, good. Because there's going to be some musicians that I know, because people listen to me when I talk, that's not going to like it. Some of the ones that haven't really suffered and don't really understand why they can't hit the mark. And and it's good that you're hearing it like this. And if you don't understand it, fuck you. But it is what it is. And it's ours.
Yeah. Right.
Not saying that no one else can do it.
Yeah.
Because remember, basketball wasn't a black man's sport.
Right.
So, if a white person come to me and say, "Look, man, that's ours," I just shut up.
Yeah.
And I think that's that. Yeah, I think that's they don't know the struggle behind the music. So when they come as a new artist or a young person getting into jazz or whatever, they don't feel that what you would feel or older people will feel. They don't feel that.
They don't feel it. It's something it's something in certain notes and the way we hear certain notes or bend certain notes or stretch certain notes, and it's something in our gut, and there's pain, there's suffering in there.
Yeah, it's supposed to move the soul.
Stuff, but you'll never know.
Yep, it's supposed to move the soul.
Right. I had a guy ask me one time, white guy, and I'm not racist, but just put it out there. So he said, "Man, I set my organ up." It's funny, right? He still don't speak to me. He said, "I set my organ up the same way you do." He said, "Man, you one of my heroes." He said, "But I just can't find that sound that you get when you play? And I looked at him and I said,
He not gonna find that sound.
Because he ain't on that journey.
Yeah,
well,
that's
there's a
like,
no, I was gonna help him.
Mhm.
but that's why like they unseasoned chicken, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, but
You know?
there's help for that. I said, you have to let me raise your wife and sell your children,
Mm.
and then let me do that to generations of your family,
Mm-hmm.
and let that become a part of your DNA.
Right.
And then you know that note that I hit every now and then that makes you say, "All right now,"
Uh-huh.
and it hits you in your
Mhm.
soul.
Uh-huh.
Right.
That's where you get that note from.
Yep.
You know
And if
that
it ain't
those notes are straight out of the cotton field.
Right.
Right.
Talk to him.
Exactly.
Talk to him, Luke. Talk to him.
Oh my God.
And
Preach
I
on, man.
I know some great Mike Ladon, Joey D, and all of them got
Mhm.
monsters. So
Mhm.
it's not everybody. You got some soulful brothers, the Italian brothers, and everything else, but it's not on a mass scale.
Right. Right.
It's not on a mass scale. But for us, when we get in there, nowadays we're not as soulful, and jazz, because now we're all trying to play like students. We're all trying to play like you say.
Yeah.
Well, where did you go to school? Well, I
Yeah.
went to such and such university.
Mm.
And you say, well, who'd you study with? And he'll say, well, I studied with, Joe Blow, White Manny Anio. And you say, okay, great. Well, who would he play with? He didn't play with nobody.
Uh-huh.
So, what does he teach you? He can teach you the basics, but
Mhm.
until you get under the tutelage of somebody who's been with somebody,
Uh-huh.
then you won't have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what is one of your memorable performances, either if the person was out there or was just a local? What are some of your memorable performances with an artist that stands out to you?
I remember one night I was at the Lennox Lounge. I was at the Lennox Lounge for like
Lennox
Yeah, Lennox
Lounge.
Lounge.
Wow.
Big up to Lennox Lounge.
Yeah,
Big up
yeah.
to Lennox
18
Lounge.
years I was there. I remember when I started playing at the Lennox Lounge, people had stopped going to the Lennox Lounge for a long time because Tuesday night was gay night.
Mm.
So everybody
We didn't even know that.
I ain't know that.
you
Yeah.
know, that's people stopped going
God,
because
I
it's
know.
the gay club now. So I didn't know that Tuesday night was gay night. So
Uh-huh.
they said, man, can you start doing Wednesday nights at the Lennox Lounge? I'm like, the historic Lennox Lounge? Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So I set up, started to do the Wednesday nights, and I said, man, you got to come by. This is when I first started playing. I didn't really first start playing, but this is when I started to get a little notoriety.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And people be like, man, we don't go. I said, why not? They kept saying, well, it's a gay club. I said, well, I'm not gay, and I'm not there on gay night.
Mm-hmm.
But people really have seen. Now this inclusive thing, this is really newer than people think it is.
Mhm.
People straight up, nah, man, they got a gay night. We don't support that place. But you know who supported me when I first started to come out as a musician and a band leader? Street dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They were my biggest support because a lot of them was like, yo, you do. First of all, it was, you know how to do something else? Because
Yep.
most of us didn't know how to do nothing else.
Yep.
Mm.
That's
And
how it
it
was
was
with
like-
us.
And that's a talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And good people go here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Yo, we going. And then
Mm-hmm.
they get snatch a new girl up. Yo, man, take you to see my man. My man's a jazz
Mhm.
musician. See, I got culture, baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The street, and they were so happy that one of us had got away.
Uh-huh.
And one of us had got away. He didn't tell on nobody.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You know, he didn't have to do 50 years in prison or
Yep.
none of that. He just found a lane outside
Yep.
of what we was doing and he got away. And so a lot of my support came from them, and Club Owners was hiring me because they was coming in buying bottles of champagne.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's true what you're saying about the street legends, man, the street guys.
That's why
once they see you doing good, when they start seeing you doing good or whatever, they step back and be like, yo, like us kind of supporting you now. You know what I'm saying? Like
big time.
They support you, they help you out. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And you know, it was nice though. It was nice to see things like that, man. So
Yeah.
how does did you talk about culture? How does Harlem's culture and its history inspire you in music? Because I know Harlem is the epic center. That's what I'll say. Besides New Orleans and stuff like that, but on our side, I feel that it's the epic center for some of the Harlem legends and stuff.
Well, I feel like Harlem. Surpasses any of those places. I mean, I don't. Have you been
New
to Harlem?
Orleans too.
Have you been there?
I just came back from New Orleans in August, and
Yeah.
for my anniversary.
When you turn off Canal and went on Bourbon Street, you saw that music, right?
I went to a jazz fest. I got videos. I went to the Dizzy museum. I brought some couple of vinyls for my young son. It was really, really nice. But then you got
Right.
the Cotton
New
Club
Orleans
down
is
there.
dope. Well, I'm not taking it away from them. New Orleans is dope. I'm just saying, once you turn on Canal Street and get on the Bourbon Street, you have a whole lot of live music.
Right.
Yeah.
Then when you start looking around, you don't find that music everywhere.
Nope.
It's just centered right there on that one strip.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
See,
true.
Right.
Harlem was the place, man. Every which block you turn on, you got
Everywhere.
100th Street, you had the Lennox Lounge, and then you had
Cotton Club all the way to the back.
what was the guy who had the Cadillac on? Just you had the Seville on 7th Avenue. You had Paris Blue on 118th Street. You had Showman
Yep.
on 125th Street. You had the La Femelle. You had
La Femelle
the
116.
Lucky Spot on 125th Street. You know, we got all these spots. You got the original Red Rooster on one side. That wasn't even the original one on 138th Street, right next to that shop. The Lickety Split was diagonally across the street. The Renaissance across the street from that. You had four joints with some of the greatest musicians to ever live playing at each joint. Wells Chicken and Waffles. The spot right next to that was with Dougie Fresh had, boy. That was Count Basie's club.
Yeah. Yep.
Right next,
That was
we had clubs right next to clubs.
That's 7th Avenue. 7th?
Yeah.
7th Avenue,
Yeah, 7th. Yep. 132nd. Yep.
Right, so all these the newbies that say they from Harlem, they call it Adam Clayton Powell, but if you lived in New York,
No doubt. You
So listen.
we had all those places. I just named 7, 8, 9 places. So these are all within walking distance. You know, and different areas, not the same strip in Harlem, just different areas. But you could just walk totally different areas. And I could just keep naming these places, the Perks and all the places that had live music. Sylvia's had live music, and all these, and so that when you said it, someplace else is the capital, I have to call you on that and say, nah, man, I just named too many places.
Yeah.
And just constantly, the music never stopped.
And to me, just being there, just living in Harlem myself, I feel that we're the mecca of jazz. Me personally, I think we're the mecca of jazz. And like you said, so many places out there, man. So,
absolutely. Now we're not the birthplace of jazz.
Yes.
But we're not.
So how do you go about collaborating with other musicians and stuff like that? Do you do that type of stuff, like recording and performances with other jazz musicians?
I do. I mean, I know we keep saying jazz. I play a little bit of everything.
Rhythm and blues, jazz.
I did a record with Jeff Redd. I work with Allison Williams all the time.
Okay.
I have worked with Lou Donaldson at times, and so I've been on stage with so many people. I've been on stage with Phyllis Hyman and George Benson and all these different people, that I've been on a stage with at one point or another, because in all actuality, it's just awesome music.
Yeah, that's it. It is.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It all comes from the blues,
Mm-hmm.
and in all actuality, you may not play R&B as well if you're a full-time jazz musician, You may not play R&B as well, but you can get up on the stage with them, and people going to respect what you do. You know, if you have any experience in that, and I've had a little bit of experience with all of that because I never wanted to not work.
Nice.
Have you ever did anything at the Cotton Club?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But you know, that's not the original Cotton Club.
Okay, talk to me because you hit me. What was the original?
I think the original one was like on 132nd Street.
32nd. Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't know that. Yeah. See, you just dropped a jewel on me.
Yeah.
What's the original one? I mean, but it's been there a long time. I mean, but
Yeah.
if y'all really think about it, even when we grew up, I don't think it was there when we grew up. That one.
Well, I know it had.
For a while.
Say that again.
When we came up, if you think about going over there, remember before they had the pier, where they just had the rats over there, and you could go over there and stand by the rocks. And that Cotton Club wasn't there.
Yeah, where Tupac and them did their thing at in the back.
Yeah. That's what they did.
Yeah.
We was back there with what was the spot? T Harlem Heat.
Oh wow.
What's the jazz lounge? Smoke. What do you think about Smoke?
Smoke is cool. I mean, I used to play and Smoke a lot.
Because I went there.
It's not the same as it used to be.
Because I went there many years ago and I enjoyed myself. Actually, I met what's that? One of the actresses, Zoe Santana. What's her name? The actress. She's on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Zoe.
Yeah. She was sitting right next to me and my wife, and I think that day we were. I was proposing to my wife that day, and
nice.
I had the ring and everything and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it was like, you know, everybody's clapping and everything. Yeah, you know, she was like, get on your knees. She was like, you know, I remember her telling me that and stuff. So I met her there. It was cool though. I just asked you that because I want to know if did it have the same vibes as the Cotton and the other places in the clouds?
On who's playing. It depends on who's playing. It's funny. I used to work at Smoke.
Oh, okay.
I worked there for almost a year, and you know they have a Hammond organ there, so I didn't have to bring any equipment. So I remember I pull up, and the owner's outside, and because remember now we used also to be a bunch of poor struggling musicians, right? And what makes a lot of people feel good about themselves is you know I'm doing this for the poor struggling musicians, you know, which we know. You don't care about us, but that's neither here nor there. So I pull up. He's outside. I think he's smoking a cigarette.
A short guy, right? He was short,
Paul,
black guy.
Paul. Yeah, he looked at me. He said, "Look at the look." He said, "Is that your car?" Because I pull up in my Bentley, right? He said, "Is that your car?" I said, "Yeah, go along with this pocket full of money and these diamonds on my hand." They never hired me again.
Oh man!
Wow.
I'm not mad at them.
But they should be hiring you for the music, right? Not
exactly.
Right.
Nothing to do with.
Like I said. But see, people don't like to think that you winning.
Right.
They want to feel like, okay,
we need them.
Needs me, and he eats when I say he eats, and they have what I say they have.
Right.
And I didn't give him enough money for a new Bentley. And now he's talking about diamonds in a pocket full of money. 2 pockets full of money. It's like that. And I was cool with that. Because if your mission is to hire poor, struggling musicians, which is a good mission, I'm not your guy.
Right.
I'm not your guy. And you know, I know how to do too many other things not to be poor.
So what advice is you going to give young musicians looking to explore jazz?
Get around some of the guys who've actually played with someone. You know,
Right.
Go to this microphone and get off the speaker on the thing.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, better,
Yeah,
Yeah.
better,
you.
Can
better.
you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
It's better. Okay. Yeah, I was to get around some guys who've been around someone. You know,
Mm.
it makes no sense to just, I noticed that the younger musicians they're just they're not going back, like the young drummers not going back and finding Philly Joe Jones. Then they're just so busy listening to each other and playing like each other, so that when you go down, if you guys come to see, we'll go down to downtown to the jam session and hear some of these young cats play. They're all playing identity. No one has their own
Right.
feel.
Mm-hmm.
No one has their own
Niche
And that,
path.
yeah, and that's a shame
Right.
because it's like not many of you guys are left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The older
Right.
generation is like, it's just a new generation popping up with it now. So it's going to be really hard for them to get that feeling that you were talking about earlier in the conversation.
But look
Yeah.
at hip hop. Look at they
Oh.
all sound the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
They
And
all
I say-
sound the same. Well, no, not all of them. 90%
Yeah.
of them sound the same.
Yep.
Then you have the other 10% that's worse than the 90.
Mhm.
right.
I say they all drop their books, they lose their lesson. You gotta
Mhm.
pick up them
Right.
books, man, and see the people that did it before you and carve your own little niche. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? If
Right.
if music, like I said earlier, is the universal language, then there's millions of different ways to make that heard. You follow me?
Yeah.
Right.
Millions.
So we got 3 minutes left, man. I
So-
think Picky got a question. We got 3 minutes
Yeah,
left,
Picky.
man. Let's hit it.
Yeah. What's next for you? And are there any upcoming performances, albums, projects we should look forward to? And how can I get some free tickets?
Well, first of all, you're my brother, so you don't need tickets. You just need to show
I
up.
had to throw that one in there. Yeah.
Just show up. That's all. That's enough. But no, Jeff Red and I, we have a new project coming out. We I'm gonna put the single out soon. I'm probably gonna put the single out the next month and a half.
Oh, let us know.
Let us know, definitely.
Yeah, it's a modern day kind of what's going on type of song.
Mhm.
Okay.
I really just want to put out conscious music. You're listening to Sexy Red and all these different kind of music.
Wow.
It's just become, what are your grandchildren gonna have to look to?
Yeah, we need that shift.
Right. Yeah.
We need to shift, and we need to be vocal about, hey, we know why y'all putting these songs out. Why are the record labels allowing them to put those songs out? It's genocide.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So we have to do better. So I have Jeff and I have some music coming out. I'm at the Red Rooster every Sunday.
Okay.
So anytime you guys come to town,
Red Rooster, y'all guys.
Rooster.
Red Rooster.
Yep.
I'll be there.
Yeah, please come on by. I do the Renaissance, the hotel.
Okay.
Anyone in Harlem, I do that on Thursdays. I move around. I'm moving and shaking. I'll come wherever they pay me to go. Really.
Yeah,
All right.
big up.
If you got enough money and it's boring,
That's it.
Yeah, man. So, man, it's been a pleasure, man. I know you have more. We could be on here all night, man, and chop
Definitely
it up,
gotta
man.
come back.
But you definitely got to come
Definitely,
back, man, and
definitely.
come talk with us, man.
Yeah, I'll be
The
there.
whole
Nathan
man.
Lucas
I'll
in
be
the
there.
building, man. Nathan Lucas in the building,
I
brother.
appreciate you. Hey, listen,
Okay.
man, we go back to the crib, man. I'm proud. I'm proud of what y'all doing, man. I really am.
Thank you,
man.
brother.
Thank you, brother.
This is what we have. We have to be positive,
Yep.
and we have to show them something different.
Yeah.
Because we never really got on or touched bases with this. But let's be clear. We were dealt a bad hand over there.
Mm-hmm.
Them we were dealt a bad. I love the East Side, but
Yeah.
them older dudes and they know how I feel. I tell them all of them, y'all taught us wrong. Fuck y'all for that. You know, because this is what I was told over there. Yo, you better learn how to fight, because when you go to jail, you need to make sure that you have the house and the phone. You run that house and you have the phone. Not when you go to college or when you go to law school or when you go to the military and have this spectacular military career. When you go to jail. And that's what they taught us over there.
Wrong information.
So any of us that come up out of there and could remotely put it together, you know, we supposed to embrace each other and love on each other and give each other their flowers. Now, because now, did y'all go through that there? Did y'all hear the same thing I heard? Because that's what I heard.
Yeah.
When you go to jail, and I remember being 10, 11 years old doing push-ups so that when I went to jail, how, all right, let me ask y'all before we leave, riddle me this, all three of y'all. When the last time, when have y'all ever went to a graduation or coming home from college party over there?
I haven't heard.
Not many of us went to college.
No,
yeah.
No, a lot of us did. A lot of us. When how many parties y'all heard about? Because every time somebody come home from jail, they give them a party.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Release party.
So that if you're a young kid and you looking at you 12 and you see that, well, my cousin came home from college and nobody cared, but they gave my cousin a party that came home
When he
from
got out of
prison.
jail.
Where you want to go?
Right.
Yeah,
Facts.
man.
Yeah.
So we got to fix that. And I
Yeah.
love
Thank
y'all.
you, man. I love you,
Whether
man.
y'all
Yeah,
like
make
it or
sure you
not.
spread the word to the guys.
And share my number with everyone, man. We can always chop it up. But when y'all come to New York, we got to get together and break some bread.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No
for
doubt.
sure. Make sure you
man.
spread the word to the guys. You know, Wagner all over. That's what we looking for, to uplift each other. So make sure you
I
you
will.
spread that word.
I
to
will.
them,
I will.
we
I
appreciate
can give him your number.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Give
Yeah.
them everything. Give them
They
everything.
even got the number to the show. They have all that stuff.
You
Nathan
know
Lucas in the
why?
building.
You know why? Why I hit you up on the inbox about on Facebook about that, right?
Yeah.
You gonna do that one? That'd be a good one.
Yeah. We can check it out. And like I said, I'm just trying to get everybody, like every season, we're gonna have Wagner originals here, man, and just
Yep.
you know, chop it up.
That's
man.
it.
Chop it up.
And then all it could do is grow from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, brother.
Okay. God
Right,
bless
thank
y'all,
you,
Coming,
man.
man. God
Yeah.
bless, man.
God bless you, man.
Nathan Lucas in the building. Lucas out the building.
Remember.
What up? What up?
Yeah,
sir.
Good brother, man. Good brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, we can learn a lot from a lot of these guys, man. But Pinky, you got something for me, right?
Yeah, I got some news for you, man.
All right, let's get it.
Hey, happy New Year to everyone out there. Man, it's been a bang of a new year so far. This is BK Pinky, food for thought, giving you that news today, January 1st, 2025. Man, this is called the New Year's Day Massacre. Man, oh man. Around 3:15 a.m. in New Orleans, a 42-year-old man with an F-150, he's from Texas, and a U.S. Army veteran, Succeedin Jabbar, was shot and killed by law enforcement. They returned fire. He injured 2 police officers after driving his F-150 pickup truck through Bourbon Street on the sidewalk in New Orleans. At least 10 people have injured, at least 35 people that was enjoying the New Orleans festivities. It's crazy. Ms. Jabbar reported had ISIS flag during the crowd attacks and explosives were also found inside the pickup truck. The FBI is investigating this act as a terrorism act. They also believe was not alone in this attack. The police had wedge barriers, but the wedge barriers gave them problems. It was not operational. So I think the law enforcement dropped the ball on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the injured and the families who they sworn to protect, they owe them an apology. You should have had a plan B with that one.
Mm.
New Orleans also have other events coming up, like today, the Cotton Bowl, the Sugar Bowl. It was postponed, possibly yesterday, but it's today, and because of the act of what happened, so we're gonna see about that one. Hope everybody be protected. And they got the Mardi Gras. The Super Bowl is next. They got the Mardi Gras in a week. They got a Jazz Fest. So I just
Super
like
Bowl.
to give my Super Bowl in February. I think they got the Jazz Fest after that. But I just like to give them our condolences and our prayers
Yes,
to all the
yes, yes.
victims and the families out there.
No doubt,
Yes.
no doubt.
I wanna
Yeah.
ask you something, Pinky. I don't know. Are they still? Did you hear anything of what they're going to be doing for the Super Bowl, like heighten up the security there and stuff like?
I
I know
heard
they
they're gonna
canceled
be
the Sugar
looking. They're
Bowl.
ready right now. They got the they're gonna be looking for checking. They're gonna have bomb dogs and the big dog, whatever, checking everything before they even allow people to come in. And once
Yeah.
they in there, they're gonna be surrounded, stuff like that. They have barriers and stuff like that. You can go, whatever. And I guess once it's over, they just try to, at a time and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, man.
yeah,
It's just crazy.
it's crazy, man. Well, it's more sad news. Man. Another black man was beaten in jail. Hands of law enforcement, same people that's supposed to protect us, in these jails. Well, Department of Corrections, his name was Robert L. Brooks, was beaten to death while handcuffed behind the back by the people that's supposed to protect us at the Marcy Correctional Facility in Oneida, New York. At least 14 corrupt officers, I didn't say correction, I say corrupt officers, either participated or watched, including a damn nurse, in this brutal beatdown, I'm gonna say. The cause of death was asphyxia, meaning compression of the neck. Attorney General Letitia James is looking into this horrific incident. Governor Kathy Hochul ordered these 14 officers and a nurse to be terminated immediately. One officer had the nerve to resign before being terminated.
Yeah, I think I have some footage on that. Let me.
Yeah, you know what? Respects, run the food.
Let me run that.
Today, my office is releasing video from the investigation into the death of Mr. Robert Brooks. Mr. Brooks had been incarcerated at Mohawk Correctional Facility and was transferred to Marcy Correctional Facility on December 9th. During the incident, he was handcuffed with his hands behind his back. He was pronounced dead at Wynn Hospital in Utica on December 10th. I do not take lightly the release of this video, especially in the middle of the holiday season. But as Attorney General, I release these videos because I have a responsibility and duty to provide the Brooks family, their loved ones, and all New Yorkers with transparency and accountability.
crazy,
tell you,
man.
let me tell you something. Like the song said, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. I don't care where you go to get terminated or whatever. But what you did to this young man was terrible.
Yeah.
You deserve everything the Attorney General or Kathy Hogan gives you.
Talk to him.
Even the nurse.
Yeah.
Even the nurse.
She
You
compliant.
understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You need, and people out there, the off-duty officers that was there, and they was laughing like it was a damn joke.
Yep.
You understand?
And I was looking at it, and it was just like they was throwing him around like a rag doll,
Like a rag doll.
picking
Like
him
he
up
was
by his
nobody, like he
neck.
was a piece of meat.
He's
Like he was a piece of
naked. He
meat.
don't have his clothes. Yeah.
He's a
Like,
human being.
come on, man. Come on.
But why do they?
Terrible.
Question? I'm baffled by it. Why does this happen all the time when, like, these political unrest type things occur? You know, in the black and brown community, somebody getting beat, somebody getting killed. It seems like they want to just start a riot. And I just tell the people, be vigilant. You know what I'm saying? Like, be vigilant, because it seems like they lay in that type of cotton, for lack of better words, like we like.
I mean,
to say.
once again, you still have people out there with that same mentality from back
Same
in the day.
mentality.
Same mentality. The black folk ain't nothing. They monkeys. They this and they that. You know, want to harm us, want to hurt us. Any chance they get. You know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors, they have to do it because, you know.
But in this day and age, with all the cameras and that, they don't even care about it.
They don't care about it.
They don't care. They don't care.
Like,
And
you
he
got
had the nerve.
y'all
One of them,
sitting
the
around
captains,
while
put the one of the captain put took the thing off. He was supposed to do that. Other one tried to zip it up.
and the other one tried to resign to keep that pension before he was getting ready to get that hammer.
But yeah,
listen, I hope all y'all fuckers get fired. All y'all fuckers lose your pension. Y'all can't feed your families. Your I'm sorry to say it like that, but when I seen that video, listen. You guys are out there. You guys are out there shooting each other, meaning brown people shooting each other. Get yourself together, because something else is coming. Something else is coming. Get yourself together. Stop shooting and killing each other, because something bad is coming, man.
For real, we need each other.
Something bad is coming.
We need each other. We need everybody. We need.
You need to come together now. Come together now.
Stop with this, man. Stop.
This is nonsense, man. What's going on?
Yeah, stay out of prison.
Stay out of prison.
Prison is
and put their asses in jail. Put their asses in jail. Take their pensions.
You know what? Put them in the same jail where they at. Don't put them in separate jails or whatever. Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah,
Okay,
put them in the same
I'm gonna
jail.
put you in the cell with the black man. I'm gonna put you in the cell, the same man that you put harm to, that you killed. I'm gonna put you in the same cell and see how that works.
And put them in the same fucking prison. That's all I gotta say.
Same prison. Well, we got another sad note. This cell around hour 39. 39 President Jimmy Carter passed away. He was 100 years old.
Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy Carter. He got my last name. Yeah, it's a peanut man. He did whatever. He got my last name. He died on Sunday, December 29th. He was 100 years old. President Carter was a Democrat and served our country from 1977 to 1981. He was a great humanitarian and a politician. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002 for his peacemaker work for helping bring peace between Israel and Egypt.
Yes, sir.
President Biden officially directed there will be a national day of mourning for President Carter on Thursday, January 9th. We send our condolences to the Carter family. President Carter, may you rest in peace.
Yes. No doubt. Yeah, so deep,
man.
Yeah, brother. Oh yeah, just like here on Food for Thought, Pinky brought you that news. I just want to tell y'all, like the old saying goes, Feelings don't change facts. Facts change feelings. So y'all
Right.
remember, get to the facts because that'll change the feelings.
Say it again, brother, because you.
Say it
you-
again.
Yeah, you
Say it
went
again.
out. Say it again.
I
Let
said,
them
just
hear it.
said in the news, he brought you all the facts. Remember, feelings don't change facts. Facts change feelings. So get all of that together.
Yes, no doubt. What video we got going, Pink?
Yo, we got a new video for my
Oh,
fam,
yes.
Zoe Spencer.
Zoe.
And this video is called Mentions. Yo, peace to my fam. Doing your thing, girl.
Thanks,
Keep doing
Zoe.
what you doing.
Yes.
Thanks, Zoe. I
Yes,
love you.
Zoe Spencer in the building. Remember, next Thursday, Food for Thought. Don't miss out. Remember, come on YouTube at FFT, so that way you can get on the platform and get busy with us, man, and
Scan that
really
code.
chat it up with us. Scan that code on the top right there, man. We appreciate it, man. Next Thursday, BK Pinky, AK Alpha Moon. You know how we do. Let's do it.
And if you walk away from me, I
No.
She's a vibey little chick.
A new year calls for a new kind of podcast. Live every Thursday at 8
Let me get your
p.m.
attention. I'ma start with the comments and mentions. How you hating from the outside though? No club, but just stay in my section. Somebody gotta teach y'all lessons. So I had to get a studio session. Let's see, shall we talk about views? Damn, I've been chilling too long. Half of y'all reason I relate me, boy. When I found out I was dropping my jaw, niggas be sassing me and something is wrong. So when I be and I'm snapping, of course. Talking my shit, ain't no need to be lost. Run to the back like I'm breaking no roads. Problems I got, you gon' hear this song. Damn, I'm a Bobby little bitch. Shaking my hips and I'm doing my shit. Niggas be crazy, man, something is sick. Don't cry to me, go cry to your bitch. All of these niggas, they just wanna hit. Hitting on me like a baseball on me. If it ain't money, I'm not with the shit. Get on my face and suck my dick. I'm a Bobby little, shaking my and I'm doing my. I'm a Bobby little bitch, shaking my hips and I'm doing my shit. Niggas be crazy, man, something is. Niggas be crazy, man, something is. If it ain't money, I'm not with the. Get on my face and suck my damn. I'm a Bobby little bitch, shaking my hips and I'm doing my shit. I'm a Bobby little bitch, shaking my hips and I'm doing my shit. I'm a Bobby little bitch, shaking my hips and I'm doing my shit. If it ain't money, I'm not with the shit. Get on my face and suck my dick. I've been chilling too, happy hours and I really be. When I found out I was dropping my niggas be sassing me and something is. If it ain't money, I'm not with the niggas be sassing me and something is. If it ain't money, I'm not with the get on my face and suck my dick. I've been chilling too long, happy hours and I really be bored. When I found out I was dropping my jaw, niggas be sassing me and something is wrong. So when I be and I'm snapping, of course. Talking my shit and no need to be lost. Front to the back like I'm breaking no rules. Problems I got, y'all gon' hear in this song. So Spencer, I just wanna rock, shaking my hips and I don't wanna stop. All of these niggas I got you on lock. Get to the money, niggas be pop. Stay on my gram, I know it don't stop. Stay watch your face, you bitches be chopped. Don't watch me, bitch, watch TV. So you wanna wine, yeah, that's me. I'm a Bobby little bitch, shaking my hips and I'm doing my shit. I'm a Bobby little bitch, shaking my hips and I'm doing my shit. I'm a Bobby little bitch, shaking my hips and I'm doing my shit. If it ain't money, I'm not with the shit. Get on my